Hello and welcome to Richard's Kitchen. Today we're going to be making deep lemon tart with strawberries and creme fraiche. If you like this video, please subscribe to our channel, leave a comment, hit the like button and share. The list of ingredients will be displayed in the description below. We're going to start by making some sweet pastry, and just like any good normal pastry recipe, it's always half fat to flour. So we're going to need 200 grams of plain or all-purpose flour and 100 grams of chopped butter. Using your fingertips, very gently rub the butter into the flour until it resembles breadcrumbs. When making pastry and to get that perfect crumbly finish, it's really important not to overwork the flour. Now add 50 grams of icing or powdered sugar and mix this in thoroughly. Add 1 whole egg and work this into the pastry. Add some cold water a little bit at a time. The amount of water that you will use will vary depending on the size of the egg. Continue to work the pastry into a dough, being really careful not to overwork the pastry. Gently flatten the pastry to make it easier to roll, then wrap it in cling film and rest it in the fridge for 30 minutes. Now the pastry has rested, we're going to roll it out. Make sure you use plenty of flour to prevent the pastry from sticking. Start to roll the pastry, applying an even pressure. After a couple of rolls, turn the pastry to 90 degrees and continue to roll. This will help to roll the pastry evenly and will prevent it from shrinking. The pastry tin that we're using for this recipe is 23 centimeters across and 3.5 centimeters deep. Hold the pastry tin up to the pastry to make sure we've rolled it to the right size. Now trim off any uneven edges, and the pastry should be between 2 to 3 millimeters thick. Roll the pastry around a rolling pin and then gently lower it into the pastry tin. Use your fingertips to press the pastry into the corners and up against the side of the tin. We're going to need quite an overhang here as we're going to be baking this pastry blind. Use a piece of pastry dipped in flour to press right into the corners of the tin. Use a fork to prick the bottoms and the sides of the pastry. This is to prevent any bubbles forming as the pastry is cooking. I always find it a good tip to scrunch the parchment paper first. This will help the baking beans reach all corners of the tin. Now add some baking beans to the pastry. This is a collection of open bags of beans and pulses that I've collected over the years. Cook the pastry in a preheated oven at 180 degrees centigrade or 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 20 to 25 minutes. When the pastry is cooked, remove the beans from the tin and also any loose ones that may have escaped. Prick the pastry again with a fork, making sure that the holes go right through to the tin. Return the pastry to the oven and continue cooking for between 8 and 10 minutes. Now that the pastry is cooked, we're going to plug any of the holes with some egg wash. This in turn will make it waterproof. If you don't do this, then the lemon mix will soak into the pastry overnight and cracks will appear in your lemon tart. Return the pastry to the oven for 2 to 3 minutes, just enough to cook the egg. When the pastry has cooled down, using a non-serrated knife, trim any excess pastry away. Now we're going to make the lemon filling for this delicious lemon tart. We'll begin by grating the rind and juicing 4 lemons. We need to very lightly whip 250 millilitres of double or heavy cream. Mix the lemon rind and the lemon juice together and then add 375 grams of caster sugar. Lightly whisk these together and then add 9 whole eggs. Continue to whisk until the eggs have broken up. Now add the lightly whipped cream and whisk this into the eggs, sugar and lemon. Pour the lemon mix into the cooked pastry base, leaving a little bit back as we're going to top it up whilst it's in the oven. Place the lemon tart in the oven and continue to fill right to the top with the lemon mix. Preheat the oven to 115 degrees centigrade or 240 degrees Fahrenheit and cook the lemon tart for between 45 and 50 minutes. When the lemon tart is cooked, it will have a slight souffle and will be firm to touch. Allow to cool at room temperature and then place in the fridge overnight. Now it's time to slice and serve the lemon tart. This lemon tart is 23 centimeters across and 3.5 centimeters deep, so I'm going to get 8 portions from this. I'm going to dust the top of this lemon tart with icing sugar. I'm then going to use a blowtorch to caramelise that sugar. This will give it a slightly crisp but lovely caramelised flavour. I like to serve my lemon tart with a little dollop of creme fraiche. I'm also serving it with some sliced strawberries and strawberry coulis and a few strands of micro basil cress. If you like this video, please subscribe to our channel, leave a comment, hit the like button and share.